Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream, aka the Save Chungus stream, because he is over there streaming
of course,
and drinking prune juice.
Childish in his ability for absolute
prune juice and hot pickles to raise funds for the Cars for Ukraine campaign.
When Biden was president, they would have been
so yeah, I'm not the only one doing crazy stuff.
Very happy and very proud of the country. This is
that man. 80 proof pickled prune juice, by the way.
Midas touch.
So best of luck, and
on the end there.
As you can see,
what's going on here?
Hashtag Save Chungus. So I'm starting the stream to save Chungus.
Tesla recalls every single site.
Yeah, he's beyond two sheets to the wind. Unfortunately, a good portion of Ukraine is under air alert at the moment. Kherson has been under air alert for 7 hours, 20 minutes. Mykolaiv, 3 hours, 39 minutes. Kivnogorod, 6 hours, 14 minutes. Cherkasky, various places, 6 hours, 14 minutes, 1 hour, 51 minutes, depending on where you're at. Poltava, getting hit hard today. Under air alert for 7 hours, 33 minutes. Kremenchuk hit 22 minutes ago. Kremenchuk hit 58 minutes ago. Poltava, 1 hour, 58 minutes ago. Sumy, 8 hours under air alert, 7 hours, 15 minutes ago. Explosions in Sumy. Kharkiv, 8 hours, 1 minute. Bogodukiv district, explosions reported 2 hours, 21 minutes ago. In Donetsk, Kramatorsk was hit about 11 hours ago. Konstantinivka, 12 hours ago. Kramatorsk City, 13 hours ago. Dnipro has been under air alert for 6 hours, 38 minutes. Nikopol City has been 7 hours, 45 minutes. Zaporizhia was hit pretty hard last night as we were ending the stream. And Chernihiv air alert ended about 45 minutes ago. They were under air alert for 4 hours, 21 minutes. Yeah, so been a rough day for Ukraine. Coming to the news for today and getting the operational information as of 8 a.m. March 25th regarding the Russian invasion. As always, we start the report with Glory to Ukraine. The 1,126th day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. The enemy is using its superiority in manpower and attacking our positions, yet Ukrainian defenders steadfastly hold back the onslaught of the Russian invaders, inflicting significant losses on the enemy over the last day. In total, 165 combat clashes were recorded yesterday. The enemy carried out 76 airstrikes, dropping 101 guided aerial bombs. In addition, it carried out 6,261 artillery strikes, with 142 of those from multiple launch rocket systems. Russia also used 2,640 kamikaze drones to attack Ukrainian units. Airstrikes were carried out near the settlements of Veliki Prikil, Miropoliska, Prokody, Petrushivka, Turi, Yorodi, and Krasnopilya in Sumy. Yes, they are. Grunge Thing says Ukraine is gaining ground again. Brings a smile to his mug. It does mine as well. Also attacked with glide bombs Svitlychin in Slatini in Kharkiv, Prokrovsk in Donetsk, Novodorivka, Malinivka, Guliopol, Belogorye, Malatokmaka, Orakiv, Kamiansky in Zaporizhia. Over the past day, aviation, missile troops, and artillery of the defense forces of Ukraine struck 15 areas of concentration of enemy personnel, weapons, and equipment, one artillery piece, and a Russian command post. Going into the individual directions, in the Kharkiv direction, the enemy tried 3 times to break through the defense lines of our defenders towards Voschansk. As most of you already know, Kharkiv and Voschansk is right there. Let me do it the different way here. So there. Oh, come on. No, that's not the one I wanted to do. And let's put operational information here. In going over to Kupiansk, In the Kupiansk direction, there were 6 attacks by the invaders yesterday. Our defenders stopped the enemy assault actions near the towns of Petropavlivka, Stepova Novosilka, and Zarizova, which is down here. Heading to the Limon direction, the enemy attacked 24 times. He tried to wedge into our defenses near Golodazny, which is... Come on, show up. Oh, that's because I'm in the wrong spot. Sorry about that. Golodazny. Yampolivka. Stepovoy. I'm not sure where that one's at. Novomykolaivka. Nove. Huh. Oh, Stepovoy's here. Zarichny. Okay, let me zoom in here, see if it's one of these smaller towns. And I'm not seeing Zarichny on here. Nadia was liberated by a 3rd assault a couple days ago. Again, Violivka, Zapidne, and Golubivka have been recent advances. Moving down to the Service direction. Defense forces stopped 6 offensive actions of the invaders near Bilogorivka and Verkno-Kamensky. Moving over to Kramatorsk direction. 5 clashes were recorded yesterday in the areas of Chasivyar and towards Divlivka. Moving down to Toretsk, where the enemy attacked 19 times. Zoom in a little bit here in Toretsk, Dashny, and Krimsky. It's hard to do this with the smaller window, but I'll figure it out. In the Pokrovsk direction, our defenders stopped 53 assault actions of the aggressor in the areas of the settlements of... And get down here to Pentlimonivka, Alexandropol, coming over to Elizavetivka, Lisivka, Kotine, Udashny, Upensivka, Preobrazhenka, Andriivka, and towards Pokrovsk itself. It goes on to say Koltanyarka, which is here. Bogdanivka, which is this small town right here. And Oleksivka, which is this town here. So I'm assuming they mean this branch here. Moving over to the Novopavlivka direction. The enemy carried out 19 attacks yesterday near the settlements of Constantinople and towards Rosalite and Vasile. Moving over to Juliopol direction. Zoom out a little bit. Juliopol. The defense forces stopped 3 attempts of the enemy to advance in the areas of the settlements of Novopil and Velini Pol, right here next to Velika Novosilka. Moving over from Juliopol to the Orhiv direction. The enemy twice unsuccessfully tried to advance near Lobkovo. Zooming in, Lobkovo is right here. No clashes were recorded in the Perniprovsky direction over the past day. No signs of the formation of enemy offensive groups were detected in Volyn or Polizia directions. Ukrainian Defense Forces continue the operation in Kursk. Let me get up to zoom out and get up to Kursk. Where over the past day, the enemy carried out 16 airstrikes, dropping 20 guided aerial bombs, and carried out 302 artillery strikes, 7 of which were from MLRSs. Excuse me. Ukrainian defenders stopped 18 assault actions of the invaders in this area. You will also see this nice gray area right here. Ukrainians have done a second incursion into Belgorod Oblast. Right here is the border between Kursk and Belgorod. And the gray area you see on the Russian side of the border. So Russia has now been invaded twice by Ukraine. It's always good to see, because Russia boasted about never being invaded for the last, I think it was 200 years or something, since Napoleon. Our Ukrainian soldiers continue to inflict significant losses on the occupation forces in manpower and equipment, actively undermining the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. Goes into the losses. We'll cover that with the graphic here shortly. And as always, they end with join the defense forces. Razom Pereможемо. Slava Ukraina. Oh, that should have been on the air alert all this time, but oh well. Let me go to Discord. And get the graphic for today. Total combat losses of the Russians as of 8 a.m. March 25th, 1,126th day of the full-scale invasion. Russia lost an additional 1,180 personnel, 5 more tanks, 18 more armored personnel vehicles, 61 more artillery systems, 3 MLRSs, 118 UAVs, and 98 vehicles. That is the losses for yesterday of Russian forces. And we come to Telegram. And Zelensky official coming down to his address today with English subtitles. And, you know, we don't get to see some of the stuff in his office anymore. It's all like the badges and the patches from all the units. I miss seeing Zelensky's desk, you know, the little frog he has, the elephant, and, of course, his green chair.
Бажаю здоров'я. Перш за все, сьогодні вітання Службі безпеки України, всім нашим воїнам СБУ. Сьогодні їх професійний день. Тож ми вітаємо, дякуємо усім, хто захищає безпеку нашої держави та робить абсолютно все, щоб російські плани не вдалися. Наша Служба безпеки України робить саме так. Зупиняє окупанта, знищує окупанта, завдає потрібних ударів по окупанту, знешкоджує агентів та російських диверсантів. Дуже важливо, що Служба безпеки України стала справді бойовою спецслужбою. Сьогодні відзначив воїнів державними нагородами. Я подякував їм особисто. Сьогодні була також доповідь головкома Сирського. Фронт, Курська операція, наші результати. Вдячний всім підрозділам за стійкість. Цими днями зроблені деякі дуже потрібні речі на фронті. Дякую вам, воїни. Нам потрібні сильні позиції України в усьому, починаючи з поля бою. Дипломатія теж потрібна сильна. Сьогодні увесь день я на зв'язку з міністром оборони України, з Рустемом Умєровим, керівником нашої технічної делегації на перемовинах в Саудівській Аравії. Були хороші зустрічі з американською стороною вчора і сьогодні. Я хочу подякувати Саудівській Аравії та спадкоємному принцу за посередництво та гостинність. Все пройшло на високому рівні, є домовленості і доволі конкретні, погоджено з американською стороною, що сьогодні може початися припинення вогню щодо нашої енергетики. Ми вважаємо, що після публікації відповідної заяви щодо результатів зустрічей і всієї роботи команд сьогодні можна переходити до тиші щодо енергетики. Також команди обговорили, як повернути більше безпеки Чорному морю, нормальному судноплавству. Для України принципово важливо звільнення наших людей з російського полону, військових, наших цивільних, а також наших дітей, які примусово вивезені російськими окупантами. І я вдячний Америці за готовність допомагати в цих гуманітарних питаннях. І це зафіксовано в нашій заяві з американською стороною. Україна готова працювати максимально швидко та абсолютно прозоро для завершення війни. Але, на жаль, вже зараз і вже прямо сьогодні, прямо у день перемовин, ми бачимо, як росіяни вже почали маніпулювати. Вже вони намагаються перекрутити домовленості та фактично обманути і наших посередників, і весь світ. Є абсолютно чіткі заяви, які опубліковані Білим домом. Кожен може побачити, що там зазначено. І є те, про що знову бреше Кремль, що нібито тиша в Чорному морі залежить від питання про санкції. І що нібито датою початку тиші щодо енергетики є 18 березня. Москва завжди бреше. І це залежить від світу, від усіх, кому реально потрібен мир. Чи дозволять знову Москві брехати? Ми в Україні будемо все робити, щоб домовленості спрацювали і щоб не було ударів. Але росіяни повинні знати і повинні усвідомлювати, якщо вони будуть завдавати ударів, то вони отримують сильну відповідь. І відповідальність буде на них. І якщо росіяни потім будуть розказувати байки, що нібито удари були не по енергетиці чи цивільній інфраструктурі, всі все побачать. Я хочу нагадати, що ще з 11 березня на столі пропозиція Америки щодо повного і безумовного припинення вогню. Всюди, а не тільки щодо енергетики та в Чорному морі. Саме Росія на це не погодилась. Саме російська позиція затягує цю війну. Тоді, коли Путін не сказав так безумовному припиненню вогню, нових санкцій проти Росії не було. Зараз Москва щось там вимагає щодо зняття частини санкцій. Хоча 3 роки розповідає, що санкції їм нібито не страшні і навіть корисні. Але якщо не спрацює ще й ця домовленість, якщо росіяни не виконають умови сьогоднішніх домовленостей і спробують знов тиснути на Америку, на Європу, на Україну, то відповідь, вважаю я, має бути одна. Точно нові санкції, точно більше тиску. Те, як Росія буде себе вести найближчими днями, покаже багато чого. Якщо не все. Якщо знову повітряні тривоги, якщо знову військова активність в Чорному морі, якщо знову російські маніпуляції та погрози, то треба буде вживати нових заходів саме проти Москви. Дипломатія повинна працювати. Ми з українського боку робимо все для цього. Я хочу подякувати всім, хто нам допомагає. Дякую Америці за те, що команди наші працюють, що вони працюють конструктивно і результативно. Результат потрібен від Росії. Ми їм не віримо. Реально. Світ Росії не вірить. І вони повинні довести, що вони готові закінчити війну і готові не брехати світу, не брехати Трампу, не брехати Америці. Слава Україні!
Героям слава. Brissini says Trump must be so incredibly jealous of the regard in which people hold Zelensky, the type of genuine respect that Trump can only dream of. I don't think Trump even knows what respect is. I don't think that word is in his vocabulary. Trump's still mad at Zelensky from 6 years ago when he wouldn't make up dirt on Hunter Biden to help him in his campaign against Joe. That's what Trump knows, that he grudges and vendetta. So I hope Chungus is doing okay. Hopefully give you guys an update. Chungus did amazing work on his stream, bringing the total donations up to 3,837 euros. That must be the processing fees getting taken out, because I swear that was higher before. Because I remember being only 142 euros away from the 4,000 mark. Of course, at the 4,000 mark, I go back to my horseradish. That's going to be another fun one. Let's go down and see who the new donors are. Kevin Christmas with 50 euros. Blonde Bombsheller, 60 US dollars. Mitch Ashdown with 20 euros. Steve Sane, 25. Steve Sane with another 25, making him do those pickle shots. Steve Sane again with 10 more euros. Brian Rawson, 21.11 euros. Steve Sane with another 20 euros. You guys are evil. Mitch with 31 Canadian dollars. Nunu, Slava Ukraina with 100 euros. Betty Wright, 112 US dollars. Big Bad Goose with 50 euros. Linda Smallbones, 156 euros. Liam Wakefield, Adam Rounds, LJ Boone, Linda Hayes, Kathy Sumner, Mick Riley, Darlene Patton, Adam Rounds, Kevin Burgess, Steve Sane. You're just all over this donor board, along with Blonde Bombsheller, A. Macbeth, I believe that's Aussie T, Anana Moose, didn't leave a name, Linda Hayes, Steve Sane, Nikki Hill, David N., Liam Wakefield again, Salt of the Red Earth, Paige Barrows, Blonde Bombsheller, Anon Moose, Steve Sane, again, Mitch, Christy Olson, Linda Hayes, A. Morris, Aussie T, Blonde Bombsheller again, Steve Sane again, Darlene Patton again, from Michael D.A., friend of Chungus, L.J. Boone, Mitch Ashdown, Fred Bear, Blonde Bombsheller again, Linda Hayes again, Steve Sane again, Heather W., Bev Groves, Linda Smallbones again, Anana Moose, Linda Hayes again, Michael Robinson, Steve Sane again, Spider Fate Fella, Blonde Bombsheller again, and from the Friends of Chungus, who want nothing more than complete Ukrainian victory, the anonymous crowd, and this weird guy called Canty Luden. Thank you all so much for your support of this fundraiser. More than just we appreciate it, Cars for Ukraine appreciates it, and the troops receiving these vehicles appreciate you very, very much. Again, this fundraiser is going on for another month. We're already well over a third of the way there. So 142.5 euros ish till I do my, just thinking about it burns my mouth a little bit, but the horseradish. Total campaign is at 30,975 euros, almost to our third truck of the total campaign. You guys are keeping us in third place right now. Mercado Media in first, Succumimus in second, Rick Hot on Our Tail, Ukraine Matters, Silicon Curtain, The Shills, PSO1, Phil Ipner, Baba Yaga Fella, ATP Geopolitics, Laserpig, Eric, Rudy Acosta, or translated, and Tanya Fiona. 17 of us working on getting these trucks. Um, this is amazing to me, because besides one other person, Baba Yaga, we are the smallest communities. I believe Baba Yaga is like at 900 subs. Renegade is around 850, and I'm under 400. So we are the smallest communities. Me and Chungus are two of the smallest communities, and here we are in third place. So, just the love and support you guys show is amazing. Thank you. Thank you a million times. Thank you. Just wanted to show you guys here. I'm not going to make the donation, but if you do the 100 euros, you get a choice of one of the things. GPay, Google Pay, PayPal, credit or debit card, or direct debit out of your bank account. If you do debit credit card, you do not need to put in your real name here. Like I put in Canty and Luden for my name here, but I filled out the rest of the credit card info and posted on the wall. And as you can see, it shows up just fine. So if you don't want your real name to show up, you can just put in a different name. It doesn't coordinate to the credit card. Yeah, super efforts by everybody. Yeah, Tanya Fiona does a lot of life in Ukraine videos. I watched her a couple times before when Village Life, and I think it was the some festival. I can't remember the name of it right now, but yeah, she has great videos. If you need an escape from the war and just want to see what life is like. Oh, I'm on top chat, so I'm missing messages. Oh, I hate YouTube that YouTube does that, and it should default to live chat. So let me get back to 2 minutes ago, Cherkasy City, reports of explosions. Mykolaiev's air alert has dropped off. But going to Canty Center on Telegram. You want to look at these videos on your own, the link is in the description below, right down there. If there's a video that you know about and you want me to show, this is the place to send it. And give you guys a preview of some of the videos and stories to come as I scroll back to the beginning of the day. And it's a short list today. get this translated. One Iskander missile was used. Unfortunately, it was not shot down. 139 UAVs were launched by Russia. 78 were shot down. 34 lost in location, electronic warfare, or other means. Unfortunately, Kharkiv, Sumy, Poltava, Kievnograd, Kiev, Cherkasky, and Odessa regions were affected by Russia's attack last night. Before I scroll down, there's actually one video I wanted to show you from yesterday. From 42nd Brigade. Death from the Sky, combat work of the pilots of the 424th Separate Assault Brigade of the 42nd Motorized Rifle Brigade. This is the drone unit of the 42nd Brigade. This is the unit where the Mavericks that you guys helped fundraise for Viper went to. And here is some of those results. Wasn't it you, Grunge, that said birds aren't real? So you're not real? You know, speaking of birds and getting forked, some people may not know this, but this is the Russian emblem. 2 chickens. A country with chickens as their emblem shouldn't mess with a country that has a fork as theirs. Old joke, but still a good one. If we do lift sanctions, we need to send Russia all the beans, because in this Russian city, an apartment building exploded in a heartbreaking and homely manner, injuring 2 Muscovites. The preliminary cause of the incident was named as domestic gas explosion. So send Russia your beans. Andrew, I think BB sicked the autocorrect on you. Oh, how'd that thing in grade school go? Beans, beans, the more you eat, the more you toot, the more you toot, the better you feel. The better you feel, the more you eat. Beans, beans, the magical fruit. Something like that. He just wanted bigger windows.
Девочки, субханаллах, смотрите, что случилось. Просто такой взрыв, тут просто все соседи, даже все окна взорваны. Аллах, субханаллах.
Yeah, fall out of. KK making sure she says hi to everybody, but missed me. I see how it is. Oh, a lot of stuff from Russia today. Uh, yeah, more of the explosions in that city. I'm not even going to try and say it. A second explosion has occurred in Dagestan. This time, for unknown reasons, a mobile phone shop exploded, injuring 2 more Muscovites.
Салам алейкум. Здесь происшествие произошло. Здесь скорая нужна и пожарная срочно. Реанимация желательно. А? Имама Шамиля. 68. На дороге прям здесь взорвалось что-то. На остановке. Женщина валяется, здесь люди много.
Yeah, you see 2 people laying on the ground.
И реанимацию отправить.
Everybody's just standing around looking at them like, huh. I know. I was just picking. Yeah, I think Mexi Girl's having the same thought I have. You know, cell phones are used a lot in bomb making materials. uh, oh, yeah, that could be it too. It could be Elon Musk batteries. And moments of the explosion. Here's the first one. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, that sounds like a gas explosion to me. This was the apartment explosions in this city. And then this is the phone explosion in Dagestan. This is from the back side of the building. I mean, it literally pushed the wall out. Play that again, but watch this wall. No, this is going to be Chungus's toilet later tonight or tomorrow. And if those booms were not enough for you, Ukrainians made a Russian electronic warfare system full of beans. So always good seeing these things go up because this means Ukrainian drones can operate with less interference. 6 days, huh? My comment. And they've already stopped doing translations for me. A correspondent from the scene informs our subscribers that the fire at the Kavkazkia substation was extinguished after 6 days from Ukrainians hitting it with drones.
Ну вот, дорогие подписчики, потушили. Прям конкретно потушили.
Hide and seek. Hint, Ukrainians win. Cancel. Another batch of slaughtered bastards by Mykolaiv Marines in the border region of Sumy Oblast. Well, from Kursk with love. I told BB my favorite saying, and depending on the day, will. -- 110th shows their work with FPV drones. Here's the video. Let's go back to the beginning. Ooh, smorgasbord. Hold on, I'm going to back that up just because I don't think people caught this. Now, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but that looks like the reactive armor canisters off of the tanks. So are they ripping the reactive armor packages off tanks to put on these turtle machines? Yeah, see, there it is again. And it makes no freaking sense. Well, you see Ukrainians are coming from behind and going underneath that blanket. So all that reactive armor is doing is exploding and forcing the explosion down onto the tank more. This is what happens when you mix fetal alcohol syndrome with no health care, no education. Big boy booms. I have a feeling someone is going to, in particular, is going to enjoy this video. Over the past week, Special Forces strike UAVs of Omega Wings. Separate detachment destroyed and damaged 9 howitzers, 1 BM-21 Grad, and 1 enemy tank. And they show you the drone they used to do this. That's the drone. That is an anti-vehicle mine that they're strapping to it. To give you guys a reference of the size of those bombs that they're dropping, the explosive part of that is about the size of a 2-liter pop bottle. I have a feeling this is the one I did not translate for a reason or leave a comment because I wanted to. Fighters of the 4th Battalion of the 101st Separate Assault Brigade of the General Staff completed a brave and respectable task. They flew into the courtyard of enemy-occupied high-rise building in Toretsk in broad daylight in a Humvee, dropped a pack of anti-tank mines, and blew up a couple of the entrances occupied by the orcs, burying them under the rubble. The group safely retreated after completing this task. Yeah, here, amazing video. You definitely want to pay attention for this one if you're not. There's the Humvee. There's the enemy-occupied building. You see all the ammunition and shit landing around them. The Polonaise of Ukrainian. They need to work for UPS. More successful deliveries. There goes the Humvee back to safe areas. And bringing down the house. Oh, my time was a little off.
Endless.
Oh, my Aussie brother, s'mores, graham cracker, chocolate square, marshmallow. You can roast it beforehand, but I prefer to do it the other way. S'more, or another graham cracker on top of the marshmallow. You put it in one of those little grill vices that for sandwiches. You grill it on one side, you grill it on the other, and when the marshmallow starts oozing, that's when you take a bite out of it. Okay, so now you have to explain what a bannock is. Okay, since we're talking about camping food, the one I really love doing It's called the hobo pie. Basically, you take leftovers from the previous meal, and you have these cookers like this. Put a slice of bread, your leftovers, sauce, or whatever, blueberries here. You can put whatever you want in it. And cheese and pepperoni and pizza sauce, and you can make a pizza one. Doesn't matter. You can make anything with them. And you end up with sandwiches that look like this. And you just close that clamp down, cook it over the fire. Everything is contained. It's kind of like a Hot Pocket, but the original version. Hobo cherry pies. Or is it? Ooh, that's strawberry. So good. Well, 101st becoming the demolition crews. The same Ukrainian crematoriums that Russian propaganda talked about. Huh? Update from Mad the Otter's Birds. Yeah, it's kind of like a waffle iron, but it closes up the sides. Oh, in my day. So, I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to anyways, just to show off a little bit. So, empty cup, just water. I don't even know if I could still do this. But at one point in my life, I was doing this with beer instead of water. Well, nope, I can't. I can't open my throat up like that anymore. No, I can't do it. College days are gone. Oh well. I used to sit there and win bets in college and make my spending money by drinking pitchers of beer in one gulp. And I was just able to open up like my throat and just pour it down into my stomach. A few hours after the approval of Trump's peace initiatives, the desire of the Russians to adhere to them is still present. Kyiv. 128th from Zaporizhia gives us an update. Yeah, no more cake stands for me, thank God.
Давай, напрямок коридор. Там же БТР є, квадрики, нахуй. Що не
Черговий, киньте приблизні кори, вже збираємося вилітати.
The only hard part about shotgunning a beer is making a hole in it without the can exploding.
У вас так надо. Секунду. Попадання. О, горить. Блядь.
Працюємо по клеткам, виганяємо підарів звідти.
Та горівша ББМ. Да, вона зірвалася просто-напросто.
Відпрацював у ББМ.
І живі, літайте, вбивайте їх.
Відпрацював? Так, вбив, блядь.
Швиденько їх треба вбивати, бо там наші є.
Да, плюс.
Плюс прийняв.
Хлопці,
Да,
давайте.
вот, заходить же, ну!
Вогонь по ним, вогонь!
Є!
Того дебіла не добивайте, хай дохне.
Як тільки вампір зможе працювати зразу в голос.
You're just making offerings to Ralph, BB.
Черговий, буханочку їбанули. Лобовуку!
Shotgun drone. You know, not a whole lot of scenes of the guys behind the drones, but you could hear them reacting in the background. Always good to see, you know, the guys being guys. Update from Sumi. You know, 101 people were injured as a result of the Russian attack on Sumy yesterday. 78 adults and 23 children had to seek medical attention. Currently, 14 adults and 16 children are still in the hospital. And I won't play this asshat's voice for you, but there is one quote I want to share. Guarantees from Russia, or guarantees for Russia from Ukraine, are just orders to Zelensky from the U.S. Only Washington can stop terrorist attacks and strikes on Russian civilian objects by Kyiv. Think about that for a second. According to this statement, Ukraine is attacking on the U.S.'s behalf. It was Russia that invaded Ukraine. You want guarantees? Yeah, bring your guys home. Ukraine will too. Go back to the borders from 1991 and all good. I mean, that's just how twisted the Russian thought process is. In Luhansk, Ukraine's unmanned systems regiment Phoenix crushed a Russian assault, destroying an MTLB and 4 armored vehicles hiding in the Syribyansky forest. What economy? Smoke ring. The only reason why the Russian economy is still going is because they're handing out the sign-on bonuses, and it's 4 years worth of wages in one payment. That's the only thing keeping the Russian economy afloat at the moment. Imagine the U.S. giving 1 million people $200,000. Think of what that would do to the U.S. economy. And then stop it. It's more like 2 million people now. So yeah, basically what Russia's done is given... Oh, it's even worse than that. So 170. Yeah, like 1 in 75 people have gotten 5 years worth of wages. So I mean, it's not a huge amount of people, but 1 in 75. Let's see. I'll grab the calculator from here. Do it on screen here for you. So Russia has about 145 million people. They've made contracts with about 2.5 to 3 million. So let's go divide by 2.75. So yeah, 1 out of 52 people. So put this in American terms. America has about 360 million people. Divide that by 50. Let's just say 53 because there was a pretty decent decimal point. So imagine 6,792,452 people in America getting 4 years worth of wages. You know, roughly about $200,000. Million, billion, trillion. So yeah, to do what Russia's doing, it would cost America 1.3 trillion bucks. Imagine what that would do to the US economy. That's how Russia's staying afloat. They turned on the money printer and went brrr. Yeah, but those aren't paid out as often as the sign-on bonuses. Most of the Russians that have been killed are just listed as MIA because their body's never been recovered. Never will be recovered. You don't get the death payment if they're listed as MIA, because if they're MIA, they're deserters. They're not, heroes. Yeah, but that cost is labor. All their labor's lying in a field in Ukraine. Um, yeah. I know. So some of you may not know what a demographic chart is. A healthy demographic usually is shaped like a pyramid. Small amount of old people, big amount of young people. This range right here, the fighting age men and women, this is the generation that should be having kids, should be, should be building up the future for Russia. And they're dying in Ukraine. Basically, from the age of 18, 19, 20, and 21. 4 years. Everybody that's graduated high school, and think about this. Everyone that's between high school and college graduate age is involved in the fighting in Ukraine. They've had 900,000 casualties. 40, 50-year-olds don't tend to have kids. they were already taking a population hit. It's going to crash. In 10 years' time, this is what has me worried. The 10-year-olds and around 10-year-olds in Russia is going to be a big boom to the Russian military in 10 years. That's scary. You figure, everybody's hovering right around 600,000 here. Everybody's hovering right around 1 million here. Russia in 10 years is going to have double their military service age males. Give you 2 guesses. Well, I'll give you 3 guesses when Russia starts its next big war. Be right about here. It won't let me scroll it. In about, 10. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds. That gives us 2 years. Two years until the population increase in Russia becomes fighting age. And that's when Russia starts seeing a population increase of fighting age people. 2 years. If we go to a peace treaty, I think that's how long it's going to last. Oh, we've gone all stream and not a single donation. That makes me sad. But I understand it is the end of the month. Bills are becoming due. Those of us on disability or assistance haven't got their monthly dues yet. Again, thank you to everybody that has donated, even the anonymouses out there. Up to 31,750 on the total campaign. 1,250 away from getting the 3rd truck funded. We are barely hanging on to 3rd spot as Ukraine Matters jumps from 5th to 4th with 3,364. Under 500 euros away from knocking us out of 3rd. I knew it was going to happen. We were 1st for a little while. Then we were 2nd for a long while. Now we've been 3rd for a long while. If we can finish top 5, I'd be ecstatic. But got a month to go. So keep Cars for Ukraine in your thoughts as we get our paychecks. And now, unfortunately, it is time for the last video of the night. Maybe. Warriors Ukraine coming up with a couple new videos. Let's watch this one for the battle for Покровск intensifies.
Чуть что начинается, ночью в погреб лезем, да и все.
Ныкай сюда, Леха.
Ну, было громко, что и он, и окна вылетали у людей, ну, взрывной волной.
За день 200-300 вибухів, це тільки на нашому напрямку, де ми сиділи. А так, я ж кажу, вони більше намагаються продвинутись на наші позиції. Ми просто їм не даємо цього зробити.
У них людського ресурсу достатньо. Не питання, якщо ми не будемо прикривати піхотні позиції, то вони спокійно підуть, якщо будуть бачити, що можна спокійно пройти. Хочете ви чи не хочете, так само.
Ну, моя думка, я не вірю в це. Це як повторюється в 2014 році, як вони теж там перемир'я облаштовували. Це все для того, щоб станути війська, укріпитися.
В день запускають.
Хорошо, чтобы мир был, чтобы прекратилось все это.
Yeah, Radio Free Liberty in cooperation with Voice of America that no longer exists because Trump and Musk defunded Voice of America. Everybody that worked at Voice of America is now on administrative leave. That's probably one of the last videos you will see that Voice of America helped with. Military personnel of Zahid are training to strike at the enemy using Ukrainian domestically built self-propelled gun Bogdan. Shoot and scoot. Shoot and scoot. Now, it's worth... Come on, where's a good picture of it? All right. This is Ukrainian made. Minimum estimates of 18 of these being produced a month in Ukraine. I'd love to be able to say Ukraine doesn't need U.S. supply anymore, but it does. But it's less of a necessity and more of a nicety than ever before, because domestic production in Ukraine is kicking in, and we're seeing machines like this rolling off assembly lines inside Ukraine. And unfortunately, now we go back to the last video. And this video is from a Russian. The translation is, "Look how they're hitting us. So much equipment burned. We sleep in basements. They keep bombing us. Oh, those tears are so sweet and salty." Here's the video.
Вот посмотрите, как нас калашматят. Вот смотрите, сколько техники. Все сгорело. Тут ребятишки. Все нормально. А то все говорите, что мы здесь хорошо живем, но в подвалах вообще засыпает, бомбят нас. Вот валяется, не взорвался, скид был, сброс.
It is music to my ears listening to Russians whine. Let me go back and make sure to forward these to my channel. I don't need to do that one, but yeah, this was basically based off of HIMARS. Yeah, including the differential steering. So yeah. Artillery was the easiest to produce. You know, in the future, we'll probably see that same vehicle base used in other vehicles for the Ukrainian military. Everything is figgy. No, I thought everything would be a bit pruny. So that is the last video I have for you guys tonight. You know, slowly creeping the way up to getting the third vehicle. And it does look like a donation came in on ours. So, big reveal. And it was by an anonymous. Slava Ukraina with 112.71 US dollars. Thank you, Anonymous. No, Renegade. You have to say your or Chungus, you have to say your catchphrase now. So that leaves us, well, leaves me 58 euros and 15 cents away from the 4,000 needed to dip into the horseradish jar. And just so you guys can enjoy the little bit of torture. That's some strong shit. Oh, my nose hairs are burning. Oh. So just $59 or 59.15 euros away from 4,000. I'll have to bring some toast along to the next stream. With that, I'm going to say good night to the normal stream. Uh-oh. No, we're not going to do it tonight because it's going to be too short of a stream for that. I am ending this part of the stream, but stick around after the outro for a small little tour of where I feel homesick. So good night to those heading out. And thank you for sticking around, those who have. This is yeah. This chair keeps on scooching down and I need to fix it, but oh, you missed the this is Arsenalna metro station. There's the entrance to it here. A lot of cool little things to check it out around here. You know, as the sun's setting, the lights come on, and the little square at the entrance to the metro gets decorated. You know, the monument, some of the buildings around it. But I'm looking for one picture in particular. The acoustics in here is amazing. You could hear conversations on the other side of the room as clear as if they were standing next to you. You know, of course, the station where the metro rail comes in, benches to sit down, wait for I did not get to see this in working order when I was there, but a little fountain just outside of Arsenal Metro. Of course, here it is. This is a little park just around the corner. Of course, a little deeper in winter than I was there. But yeah, nice little place to walk around, check out, and enjoy a bit of nature right in downtown Kyiv. For those of you that don't know, Arsenalna metro station is right here. Some of you would recognize this place. This is one of the places I met Rick for an Azov stream. Monument to the fallen heroes here. Down that little alleyway. Just beautiful, beautiful area. But I keep getting asked places I'd recommend people go visit. Hop on the red line and hop off here at Hydro Park. I'm not going to say where you should go in here, but just go here. Right there's the metro station. You come out here. Food vendors, more food vendors, souvenir shops, little shopping center, restaurants. You know, get your meal to go and head into Hydro Park. And little places like this to have a picnic. Just all kinds of, just a huge, huge park. So So 4.65 miles, 7.5 kilometers from one end of the park to the other. And it's just this island in the middle of Dnipro. You know, you can take the metro and get off on the metro right there. Bridge to come into this area of the park. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can find all throughout here. Oh, get rid of the measurement. For you, those of you who like to actively get your toes wet and fish, well, there's little cool stages where they have shows. Of course, drone pictures of Dnipro. Unfortunately, civilian traffic on the waterways is suspended with the war. So you wouldn't be able to go out and do boating, but you can go out to the beaches. Just and oh my. Ukrainian barbecue is something else. Just some of the little stuff you can. When drones meant fun. That's just one little small area right in here. Art displays. Horseback riding right in the middle of Kyiv. Of course, goats and chickens. So if you want to go horseback riding through the park, it is available in the summertime. As you can see, beautiful scenery. Get some really nice pictures in the background. And Ukraine has beaches on the river. Horses bring smiles, that's for sure. Can't go in on the water. You can surf on land and wake surf behind a horse. So there's so much to do and some pretty cool art that comes out of this area. And a mirror so you can take your selfie on your horse. It's really cool freaking park. Right here it does get more pretty commercial right around the main entrances, of course, here at the metro stop and here at Park Bridge and here at the north entrance. But you get back in some of these areas and you forget that you're minutes away from the city. It's such a big park. You can easily forget that, right here's the city, right here's people, and then, oh, he didn't turn there. Okay. Just one of the little ponds in the middle of the park. Little trail that heads over to it. You wouldn't know it's here, and then there's your nice little fishing hole. So definitely take some time to explore Hydro Park. spend your day doing the normal touristy stuff, seeing the Motherland Monument, Lavra, so on and so forth. Hop on the Arsenalna, hop on the metro at Arsenalna, go to Hydro Park, have your lunch over here in Hydro Park, come back, hop off on Arsenalna, and do the rest of your trip. And yes, they do have, for you SpongeBob fans, a museum of jellyfish. So you can do your jelly hunting, is what he called it. I can't remember. Oh, there's just so much to do. It's ridiculous. If you go in winter, there's a ski resort right here. Yeah, right there, right in the middle of Kiev. Yeah, literally hop off on the metro, and I'd take a taxi, but it's probably a 20-minute walk from that metro station to here. There you are, skiing. I forgot where it's at, but somewhere in here is a hot springs too. Oh, there has to be somebody that has a picture. Ah, here it is. So, little hot spring right in the middle of Kiev. Go in, warm up. Warm up or cool off depending on how hot it is outside. There's no way you can do and see everything just in Kiev, even if you're there for a month, 2 months, 3 months. There's so much. You're going to miss some stuff. You're going to see some stuff. And you're going to want to go back and see more. But yes, depending on when you go, the hot springs, like right around here, there's like 3 or 4 different ones. If you want to stay right in the middle of the park, there's a hostel right here. Another one, all kinds of cool stuff. My stomach's yelling at me. I guess I need to go get food. I'm going to call it a night here. But hopefully when I go back this fall, I'll take you guys on a bit of a food tour of Kiev. Yeah. On that note, I'm going to say have a good night. Thanks for coming to the stream. Thanks for donating. And I'll see you tomorrow, probably with the horseradish. Good night, guys. Thanks for sticking around.